Ugh.
I'd like your tooth to come out though, because it was bother. It's worrying. I'm concerned that it's going to affect the tooth.
It won't affect the cases. New tooth is barely in. The dentist didn't say anything about it being concerning. And it's moving. It's coming out super soon. Look, you can see it from across the room. No, it hasn't been that loose, has it, James? It'll only get looser. It ain't gonna get tighter. And Copper's in front of the light. What's up, Jared? Ellie, good morning. Okay. Market meh. Yeah, absolutely, Ellie. All right, Ellie. Are you an Orthodox Jewish person? My wife was watching the Netflix show Unorthodox? Unorthodox last night. I said, I believe Ellie's an Orthodox Jewish person. Yeah, see, he is.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Does he buy into the whole culture and rituals and stuff?
I don't know.
Hmm?
Reading about Tesla and some crypto jive. Yeah, it's okay. Markets like Ellie said, markets meh. So my wife's question was, how Orthodox are you, Ellie? You're like 100% Orthodox? Are there levels of Orthodox? So he says he's pretty Orthodox, it looks like.
So is his wife a baby maker?
Uh, hmm, Ask weird and potentially mean questions to people.
Sorry.
It's based on a movie. Could be correct, could be correct. I don't know. Incorrect, I don't know. He says there's a bunch of different groups. Yeah, I do find that interesting about religion. I do find that interesting. You're supposed to live by this strict code, you know, who are assholes. Basically, yeah. There's a Netflix show called Unorthodox. Is it a show or a movie?
Serious.
Oh, it's a series. Gosh, there's more of that. It's kind of bad. Yeah, but I think that's kind of funny about religion. It's like you guys had a group with Kool-Aid. Yeah, it was a Netflix show, so it probably was on the extreme side. But I do find that funny. It's like, okay, here's your faith. If you don't like one part about the faith, go start another faith. I find that hilarious.
What's your first favorite animal? A blue. Really? Since yesterday? Yeah, my favorite animal since I've been in.
I don't judge all Americans based on that. Based on what?
Hi, Ethan.
Emailed Cardano for them to email me your Kool-Aid. It's KOOL, damn it. Rules of specific community. If you don't like, you walk away. Yeah.
Yeah, squishy.
But then if you walk away from too much, are you still doing the whole religion thing? Like at some point, aren't you just doing what you want to do? It's like at what point does a religion end and freedom begin? So that's an interesting debate. We don't need to have that one today. Although it probably could take up the whole show. Probably be a shorter show. Today's my wife's birthday. She is 39 plus some numbers. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm 39 plus 2.
So yeah, I'm
What is-
24 years experience.
Eight-
But
18 with 25 years. That makes it sound worse. 18 with that makes it sound horrible. Freedom is overrated. Okay, let's go off on that metric, Ellie. Ellie says happy birthday
Thank
in
you.
the most Orthodox Jewish way possible. I don't know what that means, but that's awesome. There you go, Ellie. I just that's your new favorite joke to people. I say happy birthday to you in the most Orthodox Jewish way possible. Like, what does that mean? Nothing. Doesn't mean anything.
Because happy birthday.
It means happy birthday. That's funny. Wait a minute.
Ask him if you speak Yiddish.
Yiddish?
Yiddish.
Do you speak Yiddish, Ellie? Oh, you made me forget my question. Oh yeah. So, okay.
Did he answer?
No, not yet. There's a little lag in chat, and Ellie's usually doing something while he's listening. He's usually washing forks. Usually Ellie's washing forks. Yeah. So I have a question. If if you're not an Orthodox Jewish person, does that mean I'm an unorthodox Jewish person? That's true. Saying the word Jew, I don't know. I don't like saying that word. It has a connotation of, yeah. I don't like that. He does not speak Yiddish, and he barely speaks Yiddish. Morning, Ethan. We got everybody in my office. This has never happened before,
No.
ever,
Wait.
and it's amazing.
So?
There's even room for you guys on the floor around my scattered papers. It's great.
Biscuit and Cobra Road.
Biscuit was in here.
And Cop and Ruby don't count.
Yeah, Ruby doesn't count. He's not part of our family.
Ruby's like the crazy uncle that we see every once in a while when he gets out of prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. We're not that funny, Ellie.
Mama.
Although we're not that unfunny either. And my wife can't throw with her left hand to save her life. Oh, you did that on purpose?
No.
I know you didn't do that on purpose. That's what I'm saying.
You get 3 turns in a night at once.
A lot of misconceptions. If you spend any time checking, you mostly discover they're regular people. Absolutely. I don't think they're not regular people. I don't think like that.
Define not regular.
That movie you watched, that was somewhat not regular. Yeah. And now everyone's left my office. Great. We scared them away. I like conspiracy that they give money to everyone in synagogue. I'm still waiting for my check. That's right. Where's my check, damn it? They give money to everyone in synagogue. Who's they that gives this money? Yeah, because I'm waiting for my check too. Yeah, this is Bollinger Bands. Yeah. Yeah, Bollinger Bands are on the NASDAQ. I kind of like them. Oh, Jew Gold, etc. Okay. Should I feel, as a non Jewish person, I feel dirty when I say the word Jew. Like, I just feel dirty. Just, I've watched too many World War II movies and stuff like that, probably. But you use it all the time. So is that like a thing where Jews can use the word Jew? Like, I'm good. Okay, I like literally it puts a bad taste in my, not as bad as the N word, but like right up there. Yeah, I've never even really talked about it. Really, because you're Jewish. We're the ones that only you're like the only person I would even discuss it with. I don't really know too many Jewish people. But yeah, I don't know. It just feels dirty to me. It feels like the N word. Just too many movies, probably. That shows volatility. Yeah, basically. So Bollinger Bands, let's expand it for a little bit here. I will give everyone a pass. Gotcha. Um, yeah, so when the Bollinger Bands are tight, it implies constricted volatility, and at some point it's going to increase in volatility. Like here's really tight. Now, obviously, increase in volatility doesn't always mean up, but the word police is fucked up. Yeah, it's like here's a more major constriction. This one moved down. Here's a constriction. It moved up. Um, so it doesn't imply a direction. Just like right now we're entering into a constrictive area. So hopefully we bounce to the upside. We'll see. But yeah, so when you have wide Bollinger Bands, it means that moves have already occurred, and obviously you're in a directional-ish market, except for whatever the hell that is. And when it's constricted like that, you're looking for incoming volatility, basically. Is it perfect? Yes, yes, yes. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It's pretty good though. I got no issues with the Bollinger Bands, and I think it works. It works pretty good on some of your slower moving assets like the Nasdaq. That's why I don't have it on my stock charts, because you can blow through the top and blow through the bottom and all that stuff. I looks like Tesla is bouncing off of that lower moving average or the lower support line a little bit. Getting some decent volume this morning. Yeah, when it constricts, it's showing you low volatility, and the market never stays low volatility for horribly long periods of time, Jared. So uh, you could read it that way. That is a way to read it. Is that volatility is going to increase? It's incoming, something like that. But I mean, it could stay there for a couple of weeks. It could stay there for a period of time, but it can't stay there forever. Someone said Biddy go Burr. I do see Riot on the top of the list. What's Bitcoin? Oh, 4%? Oh, when did that happen? Oh, it's breaking our alerts. Son of a bitch. Ow. What the hell? Yeah, well, BBW, that's Bollinger Band width. That's different. That isn't Bollinger Bands. That's just the width. That's all that is. So, yeah, from that perspective. Damn it, I'm not gonna be able to get in my fucking ah. I'm not gonna be able to get in my Binance US account. Has me locked out of trading. Been trading with them for like a year and a half now, or however long it's been. And they're like, oh, now you have to view your ID and I won't let you trade. They could have given me some fucking warning. Bastards. Yep, pending verification. That thing's never gonna fucking move. Oh, XRP. Wow, this is all fairly new, I guess. Yep, had an alert at 145. And Cardano's up 3%, still within range. XRP looking hotter than ETH. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, divergence in the RSI pretty firm now. We talked about that the other day in the Crypto Power Hour. Um, someone basically mentioned. I think it was I forget his name, but yeah, we're losing that momentum up here. Volume losing away as well. Yeah, XRP still within ranges though. It's a bit of an issue, but yeah, right. Blockchain is going today, and so is GBTC. They're both at the top of the list. GBTC here with some pretty decent action. Kind of. Not really that great. So Moderna NIO, Amazon's up 2.24%. And after earnings, they were up a little bit more than that. Tesla's loosely green. I think Tesla's in an interesting area. I actually bought a call on Tesla yesterday because we were entering support, which means that it's going to tank. Nvidia 0.8 down, Apple 0.63 down, nothing too crazy. MasterCard not having a good day, 247. Definitely moving counter to the markets. They had earnings 2 days ago. Killed it. Market's still selling off. So probably sell off until next quarter for the most part. I should be selling options every day. That's what I should be doing. Moderna. Yeah, Amazon on the daily. Is that a new high? That is a new high for Amazon on the daily. I don't know. Is it going to be the one stock that keeps going? Not too many are. 3667. So we got actually up to about here on the daily chart overnight. So it's actually down quite substantially from those heights, which is just they're not up there for that long. Yeah, right, it's down fairly significantly. And if we're turning the tide, this could be a good one. Riot or GBTC if we're turning the tide to the upside. SI is here at 1.32%. Nothing really tremendous in terms of, well, anything else really. I mean, Riot basically trades on Bitcoin sentiment. And that's about 86% upside for Riot, which is not bad. Can't yell at a potential return like that. And we do have some options. That's potentially pretty. 200% for this to get back up to here by right there. Morning, Mohammed. So there's a potential trade right there for Riot, depending on, I mean, that would give it some time. So 140 days, that'll give us some time to play out if we're going to reverse right here, which is possible. And so far, BTC up in that distribution area and holding pretty decent so far. Bitcoin Cash is up 7%. Oh yeah, Dash moved too. We had Dash in the newsletter yesterday. XLM up 8%, so they're moving some dinosaurs. Except for Ethereum. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, these are cryptos though. This ain't. Yeah, the rest of the market reddish for sure. Nvidia down 1%, chopping down here, MasterCard. Yeah, we're not. MVIS. Geez, this thing is all over the place. Just eating people. Yeah, that's the problem, Ellie. Nothing's really been able to break anything yet. That's the problem. Or a problem. Soxel down 5%. That's no bueno. Morning, Rob. Oh, yeah, what do you want to talk about today, Rob? REITs or dividends? Dividend paying stocks. Rob's got so much money, he's wondering about dividend paying stocks now. Good for you, Rob. Good problem to have. All right, so Soxel up here backing away from highs. Could be some type of a Wyckoff distribution pattern forming on Soxel. But it is Soxel. So in theory, at some point we should be going higher. But we just came off of obviously gangbusters 2020 after Corona. But I don't know if we start printing and printing and printing again. You never knew. So much work, Rob. Jeez. Airlines? Not in a bad spot. Yeah, that's not bad, Ellie. Look at that. That looks really good. Those look pretty good. LUV, pretty much at all-time highs. LUV is a good one. UAL's lagging. Delta Airlines, American Airlines, all lagging. Spirit Airlines really the lead, or I'm sorry, Southwest, excuse me. Spirit Airlines is what's their symbol? Save. There you go. I knew it had nothing to do with what they were doing. Spirit Airlines actually not too bad either. Yeah, I don't know. LSC is that I probably have to go to TradingView for that, huh? IG. Yeah, there we go. International Consolidated Airlines Group. Yeah, not bad. Above 207. Yeah, this little guy right there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Can't argue too much against it. Airlines are kind of bouncing back a little bit. You got the COVID vaccines out there. That stuff's doing good. So, yeah, can't get mad. All right, NASDAQ within range here, which is fine. Excuse me. FUV, Tesla, EXPI, Donkey Kong, Cyber. So, yeah, kind of a meh day. Right, MVIS, man, that thing is volatile. That's one of the Reddit stocks. Oh, damn, it's all the way down here. I thought it was up here. It's all the way back down. That's a tough one. See, you can't, that's why you can't fuck with these stocks because they'll rip your face off. That's a pretty bad overnight gap. Could try to bounce back, but you know, just can't be certain. At the same time, institutions are going to find a way to they're going to figure that game out. And they're going to take advantage of it. And I owe 3%. All right, coming off pretty strong this morning. Look at the volume on the 5-minute chart. Look at that. That's pretty aggressive off of that 38. Yeah. Yeah, NAO Tesla. Yeah, exactly. Tesla looks pretty good right there. Coming off our trend line. Yeah, I don't want to play in that field, JJ. It's just too much risk for me. It'd have to be super tiny. NIO looking good though. Like this is a good oh, I guess it had earnings. What did they say? What did NIO say about earnings? NAO CEO says EV brands increasing market share by constantly lowering prices, only hurting themselves. Well, Tesla's trying to just have more people buy their cars. I don't think it's. So Lee said during NAO's first quarter call that the higher gross margin will allow EV makers to do better service after reaching a certain level. I don't think increasing market share through price cuts is a good way to go, and it may not reach the target. What target? Entering the mass market is a strategic issue, and his company will definitely not enter the mass market with the NIO brand. So they're gonna spin something off. Yeah, it looks a little bearish. Yeah, I loosely agree with you, Ellie. Um, yeah, looks a little like a bear flag, or a little more than a little like a bear flag, or you could argue there's some type of a channel or a wedge in there or something like that. Um, the thing for me though is number one. I mean, it's the fundamentals behind Tesla, and the fact that it's still doing it's still obviously it's growing. It's super early still. I don't think we can break down any lower. And then the other thing is this volume down here at the bottom under 550 has been very, very substantial. There's lots of support in this area. I don't think that's going to give way. The only way that gives way is if the whole general market gives way. Other than that, I'm hoping um, we're just going to kind of follow along one of these like one of these trend lines, and then even if we do try to go lower, that'll just give this base more time to build out. This My initial thought was that this was going to be something that based all year. That was my initial thought, and then I did my Apple analysis on it, and the Apple analysis has us basically continuing up, just continuing straight up essentially, which I think loosely works. But then yesterday we talked about, or I guess I talked about a little bit about the PE ratio of Tesla and how it's just egregiously high, and I think the stock growth is going to have to slow down a little bit to let the PE multiple catch up to more norms. I don't know when that's going to happen. It could begin the process, today or 4 months ago. It could have been starting that process, but at some point the PE multiples are going to get reduced. But we still have 100% growth on our plates for a while, so I think that's pretty good. Full self-driving subscriptions next month? Yeah, maybe. They've been talking about that now for a few weeks. So it could be May, could be July. You never know exactly. I should watch some more of those Tesla FSD videos on YouTube. But yeah, all in all, I'm not mad at Tesla. I do see the slightly bearish read on that, but if you take the overall picture into account, um, we haven't really made. We did break the 50-day over here, but then we rebounded really nicely. Haven't touched the 200-day. I think the market's not falling apart. I don't think it's going to fall apart. I mean, if they're going to be printing so much money, because they're going to get something done, whether it's 1 trillion or 10 trillion, uh, they're going to get something done. That's also going to pump these up. And if you look at the inflation numbers and you look at Tesla stock price in 10 years, like, oh yeah, that could happen. Tesla could get there just by inflation. If you take 50 to 60 billion operation profit this year, what should the stock? I don't know, JJ, get your spreadsheet out, JJ. Um, oh shoot, yeah, I think I've reset my computer a couple times. Where's your spreadsheet, JJ? Let's plug it in. But keep in mind at the same, we don't know what the subscription numbers are going to be. We don't even know what price it's going to be. So a bit of an issue from a trying to project out like that. Yeah, they're not going to get 50 billion operational profit. That seems excessive. Um, what am I doing here? Um, yeah, 10. Well, you said operational profit. That they didn't do operational profit of 10 billion. I don't know. So I guess I'd have to pull up their spreadsheet or their earnings report. Um, oh, revenue, yeah. I'm just that's really the only thing about Tesla that worries me. That's it. I'm not worried about nothing else. I'm not worried about anything, except that the because markets do rely a little bit on PE ratios. So at some point, their stock's gonna have to stagnate as their multiple gets to a more reasonable level. It's I do believe that's going to happen at some point. Like let's take a look at an Amazon, which I remember Amazon having one of the craziest multiples I'd ever seen. Um, Maybe Y charts or something has that. Amazon PE ratio from '06 to 2020. That's the stock price. So there's your PE ratio. So this whole middle ground here, your PE ratio, yeah, got up into the thousands. The stock price actually didn't really react very much, and then it really started going over here. They must have had a negative quarter right there or something like that. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. I got no issues with that. Amazon PE ratio. Let's look at Apple. Yeah, I still have all my Tesla, JJ. I'm not arguing anti-Tesla. I'm just, I guess, playing devil's advocate a little bit here. Oh, PE was really low for a long time on Apple till recently. I don't know where Ethan is. That's interesting. See what Tesla has to say about it. Of course, it's sure it's going to be all over the place. They had no PE ratio because they had no profit. Oh, it's actually come down a little bit. 667 versus 1000. What are you doing? Making noises. Slack stock. Yeah, I need to favorite that. That's pretty good. The Great Collapse? What's that? JJ, you're scaring me. JJ, you're scaring me. Yeah, it's obviously just a singular point of context. Absolutely. Do you have me signed in for Real Crypto, right? into the spreadsheet, I think. Yeah. Okay. Now I can see it. That's cool. Hey, there's JJ. You are either a gremlin in front of a window or International Space Station. Oh, that video is only 80% down in value on the USD. Go Bitcoin. I'm just going to buy more Bitcoin then. There you go. Here we go. Save the favorite, bookmark bar. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So, okay, so you got Robo Profit. Obviously, that's not going to do anything. That was at the office? Oh, okay. I still have a hard time seeing it. That's cool. Now, one thing you don't have in here. So we have 2 million packs. I don't know if we're doing 2 million packs this year. 4, 8, 13. I would like us to get there. I don't know if we're going to get to 2 million though. We're get to 1 million cars, but we're not going to get to a million energy packs, are we? Because Tesla works on. Yeah, no, I know there's no robotaxis till 2024, but this is. So probably should actually expand on this a little bit. Do you have anything that takes all this into account? What if we added another subscription, and then let's like what would they do for subscription? Like it would have to be couldn't be $100 a month. That's too small, right? I know Tesla's all about lowering costs and things like that. Let's do 150 for right now. And so yeah, so there's 2021. So let's just make this 150 times 12. So 1,800 per year because we're doing stuff kind of annualized. Yeah, aren't you already doing that somewhere with yeah, bot in total. Yeah, you already kind of have that in there. I think you're good there. But if you do subscription, so the question is how many cars get the subscription this year? I guess how many cars are full self-driving ready by the end of 2021 that are going to get the subscription on a full year annualized basis? Yeah, I don't think they've made any battery packs. Have they? You got a discrepancy here, but I'm not sure if they've actually made any. Anyway, so if you're looking at 2021, they have subscription out for half the year. I mean, what? You think 50,000 cars? So that would mean 25,000 cars if you take half year into account. That's it's only 45 million in revenue. It's pure profit, but and then so next year they're going to be making they're going to have 2,500,000 cars on the road that are capable of full self-driving. Just as a low estimate, that's 2 million from 2021. No wait, that's 1 million from 2021 and 500,000. So let's say 1.5 million cars. So that then they're going to have let's say a third get full self-driving. Can we say a third? That's going to be 500,000 cars times the subscription. And so that about double, it looks like. Oh, no, it's more than that. It's 20-fold. So that's $1 billion in revenue next year on full self-driving subscriptions. So you can finagle with these numbers, obviously, JJ, but let's just say a third of cars go full self-driving. So at this stage, they have 3.5 million cars. So that's 1.3 million subscriptions. That's, geez, that is a shitload. 100,000. That's 2.3 billion in revenue from subscriptions. So this is based on here. Let's just do a 30% rate. So 30% subscription rate, and you can see here the variable is 150 times an annualized basis of 12 months. So that may be a little bit high, you know, because some people may only do it for a month. You know, they may do it here and there. They may do it for a trip. They may do it for a robotaxi network. I don't know what they're going to do it. Yeah, we don't know the full business plan on this particular segment of it yet, but I mean, that would keep in mind this is pretty much all profit. This robotaxi subscription service, that's 100% profit. All you gotta do is flip a switch. R&D doesn't change, equipment doesn't change. So that's quite a bit. So that would add a little bit to the bottom line. So what's your gross profit? This would add about 5%, give or take, to gross profit. There you go. Hmm. So anyway, that's kind of what I was like. If this is gonna indeed start, you're gonna have a little bit of revenue next year. Yeah, 30% may even be broad, you know, or maybe the average person subscribes for 9 months, you know, something like that. Seems a little bit more reasonable. Hey, 33 million can pay for a lot of Elon stock. All right, Tesla continuing upward. Market also continuing upward. Yeah, looking looking fairly stable up here. Not really bad at all. Amazon up 2, Tesla up 2. EXPI. Come on, EXPI. Give us a setup. Microsoft's back to positive. Nvidia's almost back to positive. Apple's almost back. AMD's almost back. So we're looking a little better. Definitely looking a little better. All right, so what you got here, JJ? What you got here, JJ? JJ's pulling in real numbers. Real numbers, son. What's this column? Ooh. JJ getting fancy. 8,200%. That's quite a bit. Going all the way to 2018, JJ? That is ancient history. That's back when we still had the Model S. Get it? Because we don't, because they stopped making it. Do you get it? Do you get the joke? Yeah, so yeah, maybe Robotaxi 2024. I'm not mad at that. 2025, yeah. Yeah, they're just gonna have all these other things. Robotaxi, Research and development, Tesla fleet produce cars, subscription percent. We were saying 75%. I don't think that's going to be right. We shall see. People pay a lot for convenience. Freaking a car company with subscriptions. Are you kidding me? Just revenue forever. I go, you want more revenue? Here, just have this revenue forever. They should not sell cars. They should just be like, hey, you want a Tesla? It's $500 a month for the rest of your life. There you go. You know what we should do, JJ, for this, in my opinion, is we should box out battery packs as a section. We should box out revenues as a section. We should have a box for maybe gross margin per segment or something. Because they're each going to have their own gross profit margin, and probably get, because like you got profit here and profit here. It looks like we've got it going by, then put the share price in the same place. That would be probably a good thing to do. It's a little bit chopped up right now because we're adding so much stuff in here, which is good. Yeah, so then I guess if you have the robo-taxi, I wonder if this subscription, so let's do that. So here they had what? We said 2.5 million. And so here they're going to have, let's roll this out. This should be interesting. They're going to have 10 million cars on the road. 3, no, add another 3. 6.5 million. So that would be 2 point that times that. Yeah, first is just of revenue. Oh yeah, because it was price to sales, right? That was the price to sales one. That's right. You know what? Maybe one tab should be revenue, another tab should be something else. You can bring in things from different tabs. Just a thought. I just feel like there's getting too much on one sheet here. So we could end it with share price here. We can do another one, and we can bring in. Did you brush your teeth? Ooh, did not brush your teeth. So actual revenue. So I guess this is where the conundrum comes into play right here. If you have a subscription, full self-driving, and then you have a robo-taxi, your car sales are going to slow down some, probably, or maybe not. So either your subscriptions slow down and they just use robo-taxi when they want to, because keep in mind if your robo-taxi, oh yeah, car sold right here. If your robo-taxi is cheaper than your subscription, if you just want to use full self-driving every once in a while, you would just take a robo-taxi and you wouldn't you would cancel your subscription to full self-driving. So you would argue this could likely stagnate. That would stagnate and then maybe slowly start, it wouldn't increase by the amount of cars produced. It would actually, and yeah, at this point, they're going to have lots of capital to float if they're going to do a robotaxi fleet. Oh, you know what we should also do here is cash on hand. That's what we should do. Should figure out how much cash they've got. Cash and equivalents, because obviously Bitcoin. Jesus is getting complicated. Too complicated, JJ. It's like it's a company or something. No, it's just I'm thinking just total cash. I don't think we can extrapolate their BTC total. Cuz like right now how much cash they had, like 12 billion in cash. Too many damn zeros. So they had 12 billion in cash. um and then you can try to extrapolate that out. But by the time we get to the robotaxi network, they're going to have to use some of that cash to fund the vehicles. Yeah, so that's going to be intriguing. I got to roll, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to continue this. It's my wife's birthday. I'm going to go get her some flowers from the stove. I was going to do it this morning, but she freaking woke up. So, yeah, I'm going to bounce. Yeah, let's keep working on this. The subscription, let's bring cash into the mix so we know how they can potentially fund robotaxis. Yeah, let's keep that up. That's good. All right, y'all. Peace out.